Hey guys, Julie G. I am on the road this week at Smith & Wesson. I'm here with the NRA Women's Network filming a season of Love at First Shot. It's going to be so awesome. I can't wait to share more. But if you check out my Instagram and Twitter feeds, you know that I've been doing some fun stuff already. Last week's video was all about the Safariland Red Solo Cup, where I happened to take home the coveted prize. Thank you very much. And I also offered a chance for you to win a Safariland 014 race holster, and we do have a winner. Congratulations, Lawman289. I will connect with you via Google to make sure to send you your new holster. Now, this week, I'm going to take it back to Bianchi Cup again. I had a chance to sit down with the great one, Rob Leatham, and ask him some of your questions that you posted on my Facebook page. And without further ado, let's take it over to Rob.
Okay, everybody, this is Rob Leatham here, and Eric W. has a question. Have you ever found a handgun that you couldn't shoot worth a darn for one reason or another?
Well, not really so much a model of a gun, but I've had lots of guns that the triggers were so bad that I couldn't shoot them well. So basically across the board, I mean, I've had auto loaders, have 1911s, I've seen Palmer pistols that all had a trigger that was so bad that it was difficult to pull, so I couldn't shoot them quick. Light triggers don't really make you shoot any more accurately than a heavy trigger, but when in the speed games and anytime you're trying to shoot fast, a light trigger helps. So if you get a real sharp, crisp, heavy trigger, that's hard to shoot fast, and in regards to the brand, that's the ones that cause me problems.
All right, Robert C. asks, do you practice a variety of guns or disciplines in parallel, or do you quote-unquote top out your skill and interest in a specific discipline and then shoot something else for variety?
That's a great question, and it varies on the time of the year. Let's say the shooting season starts in the first major tournament I shoot is like Area 2, which is now in March. Then we go to the single stack, then we go to the Bianchi Cup, then we Bullseye Nationals, and then the Nationals and on. So when the season ends in September, October area, from then on, all I do over the winter is prep everything that's going to be used for the next year. So if changes or new guns are being put in play, I put them into play over the winter. That's when I work up all the loads and make sure everything's perfect. So during that time frame, which is, let's call it off season for lack of a better name, I'm preparing everything. So I don't care what I shoot. I might go out one day and shoot sporting clays and then shoot bullseye in the afternoon, and then the evening might shoot a NIPSC match. So in that period of time, I'm getting everything ready so that the start of the season, when I come home from the SHOT Show, I want everything pretty much ready to go for the rest of the next 6 or 8 months. So that being the case, I come back from the SHOT Show, and I then focus on one specific gun that I'm going to use for the next event. And literally, the day that match ends, I put the gun back in the safe, and I don't touch it again until the next off season when I bring everything out and clean it and start the cycle over. So that means some guns I will shoot very, very little. My Bianchi guns I'll prep for just the time between the single stack and the Bianchi Cup. So probably about 3 weeks is all I have time for that. But the single stack match, I shoot that gun over the winter in all the local matches all the way through the Nationals in the 1st of May. So I might shoot that gun for 6 months. But the gun I will shoot for the Bullseye Nationals this year, I haven't shot that gun this year because it's identical to how I left it last year. So I guess that to confine it into a smaller space, off season I shoot everything. And during the 3 or 4 week build-up period right before a match, I shoot only the gun I'm getting ready to shoot in that tournament.
Do you think that helps you with burnout too?
Yeah, it does. If I was to over the winter focus on one for like for a month and shoot one gun and then switch to another gun, in that 4 or 5 week period of time without the major tournament looming, I would become bored with actually working on that one gun. So I tend to bounce around a little bit, and I'll do classes. In the classes I shoot all sorts of guns in the classes, and I shoot whatever the students are. If I got production shooters in the student, I'm going to shoot production gun. If I have revolvers shooters in the class, I'm shooting revolvers. If I have single stack shooters, it doesn't matter. But I do fight, you know, my OCD or my ADD pretty harshly, because for doing it for 33 years now, it's real easy for me to become, what's the term? You become lazy on something and then not really put in a good effort. When I feel that coming on, I switch to something else.
Fair enough. Very cool. Thank you, Rob.
You're welcome.